Hello and welcome to everybody, dear honorable viewers, participants, mentors, and teachers. How are you? I think all of you are well. Welcomes to on again. Today I will discuss with early reading and writing from SBT day 4 session 2. Salute to everybody. So let us start the session. At the end of the session, our trainee teacher will be able to describe the stages in the process of learning to read English. How to read English. Say when EFT introduces different stages of reading and use activities to help students to develop early reading and early writing. Early reading and early writing is very important to be a good reader or good writer. Okay, so first activities on introducing the stages of early reading and writing. At first you have to know about what is early writing and what is early reading. In our previous days we have discussed about listening and speaking skills. Another two skills are reading and writing, and now we are going to start our reading and writing session. If we look at the content of EFT in class 1 to 5, we find that reading and writing in class 1 or 2 is quite different from that of class 3 to 5. In our lower primary level, students only read and recognize letter. As a teacher, you need to have a clear idea about this. So I uttered again, in our primary level, lower level, students only read and recognize letters, familiar words and phrases and numbers. So, and write how to write letter or numbers only. It is important to teachers how to teach them in interactive and joyful way. We will discuss this about this session. So this session is very important for everybody. And it is introducing the stages of early reading and writing. Here is a sheet, and as a trainer you have to provide the sheet to the trainees and read in pairs and fill up the gaps for the stages of early reading and writing. Here are some stages here, and some of them are gaps, and our trainee teacher will fill up the gaps. And here is another type of activities. It is pick up from TMT manual. Terms of teaching literacy. It is also in pair work. Match the definition in the underline words. Here are two column, and as a trainee teacher, you have to match this. Here is also the answer was answer provided here. On for C, a consonant is a letter like B, C, D, A for the sounds of these letters. And number 2, a vowel is A. It will be a letter like A, E, I, O, or the sounds of these letters. This is called vowel and consonant, already you know. And 3 for B, 4 for E, 5 for F, and 6 for D. And this is the matching. Our trainee teacher will match this, and after matching you will provide the answer. Okay. Next, our activity to teaching the sounds of a single words. Sound of a single words. Compare the groups discussed in Bangla if you like. It may be in Bangla session Bangla. Like, check and practice the pronunciation of the underlined words. Here A. This is the pronunciation of the letter, and this is the letter. There are very much difference between pronunciation, and this is, we call this A, B, F, but when we pronounce it, it will be A. It will be A. In this way, you have to pronounce this. This is the letter form. This is the pronunciation form. It is very much different. We didn't follow the pronunciation. We only said A, B, C, D. This is the letter sound, but its pronunciation is very much different. So as a teacher, you need to clarify this from the early reading. When a student learn A, B, C from very early period, he will if he practice A, B, C, then he will be able to utter good sound and pronunciation. So here is a link. Here is also a link for our practice for practice work. And if we click here, you will found the pronunciation of alphabet, and you will discuss it to our training teachers and also practice from this video. Okay, here is also a comments. The teacher said the word ear. She and he asked him learner to write it, and the learner wrote where. So teacher says ear, but the learner wrote where. Why? Why did the learner spell it is in this way? Because of pronunciation, proper pronunciation. What could the teacher do to help the learners? Such type of learners, what can our teachers help them for pronunciation? So this tutorial or this video is very important, and if our teacher students write from the very beginning, they will be uttered every words with proper stage intention and pronunciation also. So this is very important. And our next two activities, here is the demo class according to the manual. A trainee teacher or trainer will take a demo. Here are some direction in our SBT. According to that SBT, direction of that SBT, a trainee teacher will conduct the class. Okay, and after the class, what he has done in her classes, what kind of activities, our trainee teacher will write down it, and after completing the class, they will present it. Okay, in a whole class. It may be plenary session. Then activity 2, the answer of the activity 2 may be teaching the sounds of a single letters. It is a sound of a letter, not the names, are that are useful for building words or to make a word. The names of some letters are different to the sounds they make. This could cause confusion, so it's better only to refer to letters by their sounds at this level. The name of the letters can be covert letter. As you have learned, children at the age are very good at picking up language by listening to it. Even at this very low level, it's a good idea to give them example of sentences as well as single words. Some students will begin to say the sentences in rare cases. It makes the students read their letters and think about the sounds of they make rather than just copying the teacher. As you have learned, listening and speaking are very important skill, especially for children in the age group. The examples given to this section also make the students use what they have just learned in a more active and challenging way. Here is a note also. In class 1, students learn to letter of alphabet. Okay, they will need a lot of practice because they are so little, and so here is only the alphabet, the letters. It is a good idea to include as many different activities as you can over the whole year, so that students here see and write the letters as much as possible. So as a teacher, you can take different kind of activities through the whole year, so they will get enough scope. Here is also a demo class according to the SBT or manual, class 2, unit 2 and lesson 3. Here is also a demo based on reading and writing. According to direction, a teacher will take the demo. After taking the demo or completing the demo, there is 2 questions for the trainee teachers. What technique did the teacher use to check that everybody understood the meaning of the words? What techniques or what steps did the teacher use to check that everybody understood the meaning of the words? She gives clear example such as making a mew sound to check cat. Okay, holding up an example to check back, and miming open a can for drink. So the students are very clear the meaning of the words. And this is the second question. What is the purpose of the activity? The activity has three purposes. It helps the student think about how letters are put together to make words. It helps them to develop reading and writing skill. It checks the meaning of some words. It gives extra practice in listening, speaking, and also pronunciation. So we have to provide these two type of question, and we need to get clear idea from our training teachers. Here also some information. Teacher writes a letter on board. A student must say the word beginning with the letter. Teacher writes a letter on the board. Student must say the word beginning with the letter. Okay, the teacher divides class into two teams. Teacher writes a letter on the board such as A. Teacher asks student team A for a word including A. Then teacher asks team B, and so on. Continue until nobody in a team can think of another word. At this point, the other team will be owner. Okay, play the letters or combinings of letters, e.g. it may be a single letters or maybe a combination of letters. Okay, teacher start writing a word on the board slowly. For example, F A P P. Student must gaze the word APPLE, apple. Okay, teacher writes some letter on the board such as easy essays. Everybody must stand. Teacher say a word from the current or previous lesson. If it is contains essays, the students must sit down. If not, they remain stand. Okay, so these are some techniques to for early reading and writing. A student look at the lesson from SBT class 1 and 2. Books are open in front of them. Teacher say word. Students shout yes in the word on the page, or no, the word is not on the page. Teacher writes a letter TCA on the board. Students have to write them in correct order. CAT, cat. Teacher writes words on the board and gives instructions, give students time to remember them. The teacher write a word on the board, that is students, and sometimes he rub up the word. Students write the words from memory. Right now, write the word. Okay, teacher writes a pair of letters on the board. In pair or groups or small groups, student write as many words as he know using the letter. It may be teacher gives a time limit here also, 2 minutes or 3 minutes. The activity is useful to practicing pair of letters that makes a new sounds. Okay, so these are the activities from which our learners get more attention for reading and writing. And here are also activities. Activity 5, early reading and writing activities. This type of activities pick up from our TMT manual. Okay, here are some statements. In incorrect way. Our training teacher will rearrange it in correct way. Okay, here some statement. Teacher showed the picture for individual words and elicit or give the words. This will be the first. Okay, this will be the first. In this way, you have to rearrange this. Okay, so here is the answer sheet. At first, it will be number 1, number 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. In this way you have to rearrange it. Okay, our 10 teacher will rearrange it. Then another sheet, here is also some statement and you will also arrange it, and here is the answer. At first it will be teacher showed new picture or flashcard. Teacher wrote a sentence on the board. Teacher changed some of the words in the sentences. And learners drew on the picture of the picture in their notebook and wrote the sentences. And last of all, learners stood up, mingled, showed their picture to each other and read other sentences. In this way, they rearrange the activities. And thanks to all. No more today. See you again in the next tutorial. Thanks. Everybody's